Hello folks and welcome to Xenonauts 2, a game which came out, hit 1.0 very recently, about 10 days ago, hit 1.0, which I backed very early on because I enjoyed Xenonauts 1, Xenonauts 1 was very much just like the original XCOM UFO Defense, but with a few changes, but mostly that, and Xenonauts 2 is an update on the format, and I've looked forward to it. I played it a little bit just to test it out. I played it when it came out in beta, but a lot of stuff has changed since then. I have not played it in a very long time. So let's get into it. New campaign. Campaign name. Grey Fox, that works for me. Tutorial? Yep, sure, we'll do tutorial because it tends to be a little bit plotty. We'll go veteran, I think. So what's the difference here? Starting funds goes down by $750,000. Monthly funding is reduced. Daily operation points is 8. Starting infiltrators 8. Project duration 100%. Enemy quantity is increased. Enemy accuracy is increased. Survival chance goes down. Tactical missile timers goes down. UFO weapon damage goes up. Enemy health we don't see. We see damage inflicted. We can auto-resolve air combat. Turning around takes time units. If someone dies, their armor goes down. Fine, we'll do that. Extended is... Xenonauts 2 is primarily balanced around the standard campaign, which is about 35 tactical battles, roughly 20 hours of gameplay spread across various types of mission. Extended mode is available for those who want to engage in even more tactical battles. This disables the UFO delegation system, reducing the player's monthly income, but also removing the additional costs for completing more than 2 crash site missions for each type of UFO. Players will therefore need to complete many more UFO crash sites to make up for the lost delegation funding. You can extend the campaign to over 50 missions and over 30 hours of gameplay. Some players love extended mode, while others consider it too repetitive. We recommend players use extended mode for first campaign. Cool. That sounds good for me. You recommend normal? We'll go for normal. Let's go.
The year is 2009.
Oh, the past.
The world teeters on the brink of nuclear war. Tensions between capitalist and communist nations are at boiling point. Every opportunity for peace has failed, as if an invisible hand inexorably steers humanity towards annihilation. We Xenonauts know the truth. The dark forces poisoning our politics are not human in origin, and we must protect our planet against this extraterrestrial threat however we can. After years spent gathering information on an enemy that few believe exists, we are finally ready to strike back. The war for our future begins now.
The distance passed of almost 20 years ago. I know. Isn't it horrible? Right. You gonna load for me? Thank you. In Xenonauts 2, you control a secret organization attempting to protect the world from alien invasion. This short tutorial will explain the basic controls and events leading up to the start of the campaign. But we had 3 million to start with. This game features nested tooltips that allow players to access further. Yes, you hover over white text to get a text link. Hover over this. It's like that. So you have to lock the tooltips, so if you hover up long, they lock. My work on the radar array is now complete. Theoretically, Atlas Base should now be capable of tracking any alien UFOs within our radar range. Thank God. It wasn't exactly easy to borrow all these things you wanted. What happens now? We wait. An alien craft should pass in the next few days. At that point, the General takes over, assuming he has returned from his expedition. Don't worry, he'll be back in a few days. Until then, the Commander should be perfectly capable of filling in. The blue circle around your base indicates the radar range of that facility. UFOs flying into this area will be detected and can then be attacked using interceptor craft. These buttons control the flow of time on the geoscape. Time is currently passing at the slowest speed, but as nothing is currently occurring, we should increase the flow of time until some alien activity occurs. Okay. The 2 anomalies on the map signify hostile alien action that has raised local panic. They are not interactive, but may indicate the presence of a possibly hidden problem in the affected region. However, at the start of the game, these are usually generated by UFOs as they fly around the map. Your radar has detected the UFO. Shooting it down will prevent it from causing panic in the local region and may spawn a UFO crash site tactical mission that allows you to recover valuable alien technology. Click the Launch Interceptors button to get your fighters ready for the scene. UFO 1 detected. Size small, escort none, speed 1800 kilometers an hour, altitude high, heading west. Launch interceptors. This panel allows you to select the aircraft to be launched at the target. Up to 3 aircraft can be formed into a squadron, but you currently only have 2 aircraft. These have been selected for you automatically, so just press launch aircraft to succeed. We have Angel 1 and Angel 2. Your interceptors have reached the UFO and are ready to initiate air combat. They have some fuel, no armor, health, weapons, weapon, fighting a scout. Commence attack. We're entering the engagement range of the aircraft commander, putting it up on the big screen. How do you think this is going to play out? Unknown. We have no data on the capabilities of these alien craft or what weaponry they can carry. I suppose there's only one way to find out. Let's start by attacking with missiles. This is air combat, where Xenonaut interceptor aircraft attempt to shoot down the alien UFOs. A maximum of 3 combatants can be present in each side. 2 Xenonaut aircraft are participating in this battle. You can select an aircraft either by clicking on them directly or by clicking on their informational panel with the right of the screen. Click on Angel 2 directly to select it. You're currently in the deployment phase before the combat begins. During this phase, you can freely reposition your aircraft within a green deployment zone. Left click or right click on the chosen spot to reposition aircraft 2 in the location. Right click ignores combatants, allowing you to set move nodes under other units. Our interceptors are currently both flying interceptor paths towards the UFO. However, we should order the second interceptor to maneuver behind the UFO instead. Click the highlighted area behind the UFO to set a movement waypoint. Interceptors will intelligently control their speed based on the situation, but you can manually set a speed by using the throttle slider on the right. To achieve maximum speed, you will need to engage afterburners. However, aircraft using afterburners cannot fire their weapons. Click the afterburner toggle and press F to engage afterburners. Evasive roll left, evasive roll right, afterburners toggle, retreat aircraft. Once you're happy with your deployment, you can begin the battle. Click the normal speed time and press space. The missiles flew straight past. What happened? They appear incapable of locking onto the UFO. It has no radar signature and is emitting minimal heat. Better close the distance. Let's do this the old-fashioned way. Your interceptor has just entered the fire arc of an enemy weapon and is about to be attacked. All weapons that accept missiles display their fire arcs on the battlefield. To view the fire arc of a missile, you can hover over the weapon. Infiltrate on the right. Weapons can be disabled and enabled by clicking their tile on the aircraft. Disabling can be useful sometimes. For example, you do not wish to fire your missiles at the current target. Enemy weapons will only cause damage if the projectiles hit your interceptors. You can evade some projectiles simply by changing course, but others will require the evasive roll ability. Evasive roll orders your craft to perform a barrel roll, that's not a barrel roll, allowing it to avoid incoming damage without changing orientation. However, units cannot attack when performing the evasive roll. This is not an evasive roll, this is an aileron roll. Evasive roll left. Why do I want to evasive roll left into the line? One of your aircraft has reached 0 health and has been forced to perform an emergency disengage. Although it has not been permanently destroyed, it will require an overhaul before it can fly again. It will therefore take much longer to repair than an aircraft that finishes the battle with health remaining. Thankfully, your remaining interceptor has managed to maneuver into an advantageous position. Click on the UFO to set it as the target for your interceptor. Your aircraft will attempt to tail the UFO and attack it from behind. As it is more agile than the UFO, it can stay clear of the alien weapons. Finally, click on the afterburner toggle to disable it, because it needs to be able to fire its guns. Okay, it's got 85 out of 90 health and 3 out of 10 armor. These are 30 mil. This looks like a MiG-21, so it looks maybe a 30 mil. Nice job, Commander. Indeed. We must locate and recover the downed alien vessel as soon as possible. In the meantime, I will see what I can learn from the telemetry. I may be able to enhance the survivability of interceptors now we have collected some basic data on alien weapons. Angel 1 is shot down, Angel 2 is returning. The UFO has been successfully shot down. Press the accept result button. This crashed UFO is likely to contain valuable alien technology and resources. Deploying a combat team to eliminate any surviving extraterrestrials at this crash site will allow recovery to begin. A tactical mission is any battle where your soldiers engage hostile forces in turn-based combat. UFO crash sites are a common type of tactical mission that allow you to capture alien technology for your research efforts. Press the Launch Combat Team button to launch a dropship transport aircraft towards the mission. You can launch dropships in the same way you launched your interceptors earlier. As your Skyhawk dropship is already selected, just click Launch Aircraft. You have 8 people inside the Skyhawk, which looks like basically a Chinook. This screen allows you to change the soldiers and equipment aboard the dropship being launched. However, let's simply press the Launch Dropship button and proceed to tactical combat. Fine. Hold the launch, Commander. We're picking up a friendly signal. The General is back. Fortuitous timing. I'm not so sure about that. There's a convoy of trucks heading our way. Those appear to be cleaner vehicles. It seems highly improbable that the General would ever voluntarily join forces with them. Exactly. Commander, put your men on alert and deploy them into the entry tunnel. Something's definitely wrong here. Yeah, that's a Skyhawk. Camera, so camera WASD, Q and E to rotate, mouse wheel to go up and down levels. Each unit in tactical combat uses time units to perform actions. TUs, yes. So you have 60 TUs available. Welcome back to the Atlas, General. How did the meeting go? I can't help but notice you've made some new friends. The Xenonauts project has been terminated, Director. Lay down your weapons. There's no need for this to turn ugly. Earth is under attack, General. You know that. We're not going to surrender to our planet without a fight. Director, you're making a mistake. There is no extraterrestrial threat. Open the blast doors and surrender, or your people are going to get killed. No extraterrestrial threat. What happened to you, General? Director, this isn't a discussion. I'm giving you 5 minutes to make a decision. You're outnumbered and there's nowhere to run. Think carefully about your choice. Over and out. If we surrender, what's the probability we turn up dead a week from now? Based on everything we know about the cleaners, approximately 100%. Yeah, that's what I figured too. Now it seems like a good time to evacuate them to the backup facility. The backup facility? I wasn't aware we had one. Nor was the General. Commander, we need your men to hold the tunnels while we get everyone aboard the helicopter. Buy us as much time as you can, but don't get yourself killed. Now the General's gone, we can't afford to lose you too. You can plan a movement path for any soldier by left-clicking the battlefield. Click the glowing tile to plan a movement path to that location. Boop. I'm going to speed through the rest of this, because if you played XCOM, you know kind of how this goes. You can rotate a character by right-clicking them, 1 time unit for every 45 degrees of rotation. That. You can crouch. Costs 4 to crouch and 4 to uncrouch. An end turn. Everyone's hopping out. Cleaners. Hover your mouse over the highlighted enemy to bring up the attack cursor. The green number on the left of the crosshair indicates the time unit of the cost of the shot, then the percentage. You score a hit and inflicted 20 damage. Weapons will inflict between 50 and 150% of their damage value, depending on the body part hit. Your soldier has enough time units to attack again. Well done, you've killed the enemy. As it does not have any TU remaining, press space to mark it as completed. We can move on. Hover over you. Shoot. Missed. Shotgun. Move to there. Shoot you. Most weapons have several fire modes. The most expensive mode is selected by default when targeting an enemy, as more expensive fire provides more accuracy. However, at this range it would be preferable to fire 2 shots at lower accuracy due to the passive short-range hit chance bonus on this weapon. So right-click to change fire modes, shoot. We missed. Bad luck happens. It's me, bad luck happens very, very often. Space. You got a sniper rifle. You can't hit well because of the box. The box is providing a minus 60% chance to hit. Click on you, and you can control fire. Click on you. Good. You click there. Grenades. Demo charge. Lob that. Switch to pistol. So you click here to highlight a path. Once you're here, hold shift and go over there to see what it would be like to shoot from this place. And click there, it'll move over and shoot. There you go. Then turn to proceed. More cleaners. Good work, Commander. The helicopter's airborne. We should be able to escape through the tunnels. You should be able to escape through the tunnels. Although the selected soldier moved to a highlighted tile. Okay, we're in Overwatch. We can use a flashbang to suppress people. When they're suppressed, they can no longer Overwatch and they lose AP. And smoke grenades stop line of sight. Nice work. Once you're clear of the base, I'll transmit the coordinates of the backup facility. Well done, you completed the tutorial. Okay, good. Everybody out. I believe none of these characters actually remained, though. That was done at normal difficulty. We're playing it hard on veteran, so I suspect we'll have less money and we won't see enemy health, etc., etc. Okay. Phase 1, the Shadow War. Few believe our enemies exist, yet the malign tendrils of their influence can be felt across our planet. Rising tensions between capitalist and communist nations threaten to spark a ruinous nuclear war before invasion even begins. Ah, Commander. Good of you to finally make an appearance. Welcome to our backup facility. We should be safe here, at least for a while. No getting around the fact that we're living in a derelict nuclear bunker full of 60s-era junk, though. Hope you're fine with cold showers, cold food, and, well, cold everything. The temperature is the least of our concerns. My work suggests we have mere months before the aliens can launch a full-scale invasion. If we are to prepare, we must gather data on the alien forces scouting our planet. Of course, the cleaners are unlikely to make that easy. That's why I called this meeting. Commander, I am formally handing over control of this organization to you. The situation has changed, and we need someone with military experience making the big decisions. I'll run day-to-day matters, like keeping us supplied and getting this place patched up. All you need to do is figure out how to win the war. Congratulations on the promotion, Commander. One hopes you prove equal to the task. Blues, starting location of our base. Base cost $1 million. The closer you are to the equator, the more expensive the base is. 1.5 million. 500,000. We want to cover as much ground as possible, don't we? So we put like maybe in Cuba or something. This is 1.25 million. Put it, say, like in Cyprus or Crete is 1.5 million. That gives us all of Europe pretty much. And all of Europe gives us Moscow, gives us most of the Middle East as well. And Northern Africa. Go for Crete. 1.5 million though. Bam. Base name. Atlas was a Titan. Let's keep the Titan name. Astreus. There you go. Capitals or no? Atlas was all capital. Atlas was all Astreus. Objective update: Doomsday counter. Objective: prevent the Doomsday counter from exceeding 100. The aliens are attempting to spark a nuclear war by raising tensions between capitalist and communist nations. If they succeed, the scattered human survivors would have no hope in repelling an invasion. We must keep the Doomsday counter under control until the invasion begins. Allowing it to exceed 100 for more than 1 day will result in alien victory. Successful enemy activity in the geoscape will increase Doomsday. Let's see what are we working with here. We have our base. This is our base. We have 2 generators. We have our access lift. We have a radar array. We have a storeroom. We have 2 hangars. We have a lab. We have a workshop. Our power capacity is almost maxed out. Our living capacity is almost maxed out. Detection, radius, research speed, survival chance, engineering output. We have no training rooms, so we have a training rate of 2.5, but no training rooms. Training centers increase gives us training capacity, because we haven't got any training capacity. Okay, so let's see about... First of all, let's get ourselves a new hangar, because otherwise we won't be able to get anything done. R? Tab. Q, E. There you go. Click on that instead. Get us a hangar then. That costs us 200,000. Bam. Okay. Generators 250,000. We need living quarters because we want to get more people in here. That's 250,000. They've got adjacency bonuses, so we'll put that there. Laboratory is 20 power, 20 days. Research getting 500,000. So let's put another generator there. There's more power capacity, eventually. And we'll put another laboratory in there. This is with 300,000 to play around with. Medical center at some point. That's 750,000. Gives us plus 20% heat survival chance. That's fine. Let's put that down there. So 15 days, 12 days for generation. That's fine. The radar array is the most power, but we need some radar array, right? Okay, good. Research-wise, we're researching the cleaners at the moment. Higher scientists, we haven't got the research capacity. Re-engineering, we can make a new Angel Interceptor for 500,000, but we need an empty hangar. Skyhawk dropship for 300,000, need an empty hangar. Our soldiers at the moment, what have we got? Who do we have as soldiers right now? You can click on the grid column headers to sort the soldiers. Yeah, that's fine. So we have HP, time units, accuracy, strength, reflexes, hit chance of melee weapons, and when reaction fire overwatch happens. Units with high reflexes are less likely to trigger reaction fire than low reflexes. Reaction fire is also calculated on the percent of remaining time units the unit has. If your soldier has only a few time units left, it'll take reaction fire from aliens. If your soldier has only a few time units left, they will take reaction fire from any aliens with remaining time units, no matter how high their reflexes may be. Okay? And then we have bravery. The discipline that represents mental discipline. Soldiers with high bravery suffer less morale loss in the battlefield, making them less likely to panic. Bravery also plays a total role in defending against higher intense psionic attacks. Yeah. Okay. Our basic stores, we have nothing in stores. Our armory. Assignment panel, you can set up pre-made loadouts. So we have we have a shield, we've got 2 assaults. We have the King brothers on assault. Except they're 11 years apart and different nationalities entirely. 3 riflemen, a heavy, and a sniper. Okay. Then we have aircraft, we have our Angel. There's autocannon. Empty slots with nothing, but also ablative plating, which gives us armor. Fuel pod increases our fuel capacity, empty slot. Yeah, that's fine. And then we have our Xenopedia. X25 Angel Interceptor. It's adapted from the MiG-25. And this is adapted from the Chinook, yep. Soldier weapons with ballistic weaponry. Because what do we have weapon-wise? We have ballistic shotgun, ballistic rifle, ballistic sniper rifle, ballistic machine gun, a heavy launcher, a grenade launcher, and a ballistic pistol. We have medkits, stun batons, combat knives, combat shields, grenades of multiple kinds, demolition charges, explosive rounds, smoke rounds. Modules, we have a tactical module and a rebreather. Okay, let's let that time pass. We have access to most of Europe right now. Doomsday, 40% +1. Okay, let's let time some pass. Let's see if we get something done today. Although the unknown extraterrestrial forces scouting our planet remain the ultimate threat to humanity, their work has been assisted by a mysterious human organization known informally as the Cleaners. We know little about the Cleaners beyond the fact that they invariably appear within a few hours of suspected alien activity, forcibly taking any eyewitnesses into custody and erasing all evidence that might hint at an extraterrestrial presence. Important missions are always handled by a team of Cleaner soldiers carrying military rifles and wearing distinctive green hazmat suits and rebreathers that entirely conceal their identities. More mundane work is usually handled by besuited agents with similar equipment to law enforcement personnel. As anyone that develops an interest in the Cleaners tends to disappear without trace, we previously avoided probing too deeply into their organization. In turn, the Cleaners largely left us alone. One suspects Operations Division's monomaniacal focus on operational security made the monitoring our services far too difficult to be worthwhile. Obviously, this equation has now changed. The Cleaners are clearly devoting significant resources to eliminating us, and we must be prepared to fight them directly if we wish to learn more about our alien enemies. I hope you and your men are equal to the task, Commander. If we cannot defeat the Cleaners, humanity will stand no chance against their extraterrestrial masters. Okay. Tactical mission, Atlas Base. We must regain control of Atlas Base for long enough to destroy any remaining equipment that our enemies could use to monitor our covert activities. Mission type elimination, biome facility, time remaining 3 days. Victory effects, strategic operations, loss effects, game over. Which means we have to do this. Launch our combat team right now. So we have Shield, which has a shield and a pistol. Assaults have shotguns and stun batons, as well as an assortment of grenades. Riflemen have assortment of grenades, a assault rifle, and med packs. Your strength is not. Your carry weight's a bit using T this. You're gonna drop the grenade. That's fine. Heavy for you, you're fine, and sniper for you, everyone's okay, right? Yeah. You got a smoke grenade and a pistol, as well as the tactical module. Gives a small boost to accuracy. Sure, launch the dropship. So the old base was in the middle of Africa, right in the geographical center of the planet, according to this map. Right, Skyhawk 1 has reached Atlas Base. Let's do this. Our organization was unable to destroy our encrypted command systems during the hurried evacuation of Atlas Base. We cannot risk our enemies gaining access to the valuable data within. The Cleaner assault teams now appear to have departed the facility, leaving only a handful of enemy agents behind. Eliminate them so we can complete our mission. Eliminate all hostile units. Commander, this is a critically important mission. We left a lot of important things behind when we evacuated Atlas, including several years of research data. You need to clear the facility of hostiles so we can search through it and destroy anything that might let our enemies monitor us. And recover my research data. Yeah. Look, I can't risk contacting our agents until I know our communications network is secure. The Cleaners have withdrawn their assault force and sent in a team of analysts, so hopefully this won't be too hard. Oh, and if you happen to run into the General, this isn't the time for sentimentality. Okay. Let's get our first mission done then. So there's 4 doors here. Let's start with side. Okay, hang on. Do you have a sniper? Can you get into cover? Heavy? 7%, Jesus. Okay. Suppressed you, unfortunately. Get down. Okay, well, this is in a bad position because you got suppressed in the doorway, but... We'll be able to go for the easy targets. Okay. It's 2. Let's see here. You get... Right, you got you. Okay. There's no time limit to this. So... Let's go for that door now. You, move over here. You can't get down. Okay, fine. Okay. Walker, get over there. Okay. David, move over there. Move over there. You go over here. Okay, so... Hi. Okay, so you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Fine is the wrong word possibly to use. Get over there. Okay, end turn. The one bleeding would suffer 5 damage in return. Okay, well, thankfully we've got a medkit here. You... Right. They were clever enough to do that. Okay, so you're gonna go over here. So that requires 25. Okay, so let's get closer. Open the door. Get over here. Right, heal them. Okay. I double clicked and that was a mistake. Okay. Right, sniper. There could be stuff over here as well. There's no door over there, so you're gonna go this way. Right, over there, right, you move over this way. Right. Right. we're clear here. Move up. If you go for that, you can get 2 of these off, right? Move to there. Suppressed. Okay. You're fine. You're fine. Good. Down. You move up there. Double door. Okay. It's over here. Stay there. So. We're clear here. Okay, so not sure what's happening over here, but oh nope, stop. Over there. Yeah, that's a mistake. Okay. This way here. Did find somebody there. Okay, so are you wounded? Are you bleeding? I can't tell if you're bleeding or not. No, you're fine. Okay. Right. Shield, get in there. We're clear. We're clear. And ooh, room here. I think we're hopefully we're clear. Yeah, I think we're clear. Okay. Okay. In that case, it's this room over here we're concerned about. It's got. Oh, stop that! You're not gonna be part of this. This has got a bunch of sandbags in front of it, so it might not be a good place for us to be. Let's set up here. What are you doing? You're fine. You're fine. Okay, next turn. Right. Shield over here, please. Down. Shotgun over here, please. Down. Assault rifle. Okay, right. You! I recognize you. All of you. But I don't remember anything about you. It doesn't matter. I will not allow you to interfere. You have 2 people in there. Gonna get a flash on them? Can he kidnap the general? Ooh, interesting. Not kidnap, can he capture? He destroyed my gun. Okay. If you go over here, oh, not what I wanted to do. You're down. You got a smoke, right? Chuck a smoke over here. You're stunned anyway, good. Right. Go over here. Good. Right. I'm gonna see if I can capture the general. You get down. No. You can't even walk into the smoke. Oh, you had no TU. Right. Sneeze time. Okay. You want to act this turn? Fine, don't act this turn. Go. There's not much I want you to do, to be honest, here. Okay, well, you got low HP now. Can you get... Yeah, stun damage because you're in smoke. Yep. Okay. Really? Right. Who's got a... I was gonna say, who's got... Only you two have got flashes? Really? Okay, that's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea. I was expecting more of them to have flashes. I'm gonna throw another smoke over there. Good. That worked. General's fallen unconscious. Okay, that requires an immediate change to our loadouts here, because I think I want more flashes everywhere. I wanted to get this mission out here and done quickly, but I think we'll have to do some stuff here. You're injured. You're wounded. 22 days. Fair enough, you did get shot. We did capture the general, though. Strategic operations and supporter recruitment are now available. The destruction of the Atlas base command room allows Operation Division to deploy covert agents to assist with our objectives. Our organization receives 8 operation points per day, which can be spent on conducting various kinds of strategic operations, for instance, benefits, or on recruiting supporters, to unlock permanent bonuses. Operation points can also be spent to eliminate alien infiltrators, which will reduce the daily Doomsday counter progress. What do we have here? We have NAM, North America. Supporters, funding, elite. Supporters can be recruited by the Xenonauts to provide a permanent bonus to your organization, or can fall under alien control and become an infiltrator that raises tension in the local region. There are 5 supporters per region. There are. And recruiting all of them will unlock a powerful region bonus. Supporters with the stars on their icon represent elite supporters. These require more operation points to recruit, but provide double the normal benefits. If a green dot is shown in an icon, the protection status of that supporter means they will cost fewer operation points to interact with. Those with a red dot will cost more. So funding elite. 250 OP plus 300,000 monthly funding. North America. So North America, and so it was intelligence, operations point per day, research duration, -1 doomsday per day. We're at +1 doomsday per day, so... okay, so Europe gives us +3 soldier training rate. Engineer elite. Engineer is engineering project duration. Red is heavily guarded, 1.3 times OP cost. Isolated, 0.7 times OP cost. So this is 0.05. This is 150. This is 195. So gun reduces doomsday per day. Intel provides operations points. Money provides funding. Engineering makes engineering go faster. So Europe goes for soldier training rate. Latin America reduces scientist wages and has 2 greens and a red. Soviet Russia reduces upkeep costs and has Soviet security elite has an elite with a green dot on it. So instead of being 250, it's 175. That's not necessarily a bad one to get in a couple of days' time. To get -2 Doomsday, start helping with that. Asia Pacific lowers engineer wages. This gives us 2 operation points per day, nice. And Africa gives us increased item sell price. You know what, I'm actually interested in grabbing this one here to start lowering our Doomsday thing, maybe. Do you have who's... and Asia has an elite operations. That would be not bad either. Anyway, actually, we're going to save here now, then we'll carry on next time, folks. We're still technically on day 1. We're heading back from actually activating Atlas Space. What are these? Raise funds, reduce tension, identify recruits, construct base. Funding report in 30 days. Alright, folks. I'll catch you all next time. See you then. Bye-bye.